everyone. Good evening. Today, I want to discuss with us on barrier to entry as an important factor to consider when starting a business. Why is barrier to entry important? It is important to identify a business with high barrier to entry because when you succeed in setting up a business or setting up a business in that particular business industry, you have the possibility of making large sums of profits for a very long period of time. This is because you have limited number of competitors doing the same business. If you have a business, if there is a profitable business and it is very easy for people to start that business, maybe the business you can start the business with low capital, you don't have to pass through so many processes like having a particular requisite knowledge or technical skill to start the business. You can just start at any location and then you start making profits. Pretty soon that industry or market becomes flooded with competitors, and what usually happens is that they drive the price down, and when the price is driven down, the profit margin becomes driven down as well. One example is the POS business. When the POS business started around 2000 and became very lucrative or became prevalent around 2016, 2017, people were doing it at 10% commission. Any amount you're withdrawing, you pay 10%. But today, it has gone very low because a lot of persons are in the business. Sometimes in some streets, you may see a very high number of persons doing the business in just one location. And that is a very good example of a business with very low barrier of entry. Now, what are the things you will identify to know that this business have a high barrier of entry? Okay, I am a blogger. I sell information products on the internet. You can't just wake up one day and say you want to become a blogger, or you want to set up an e-commerce store, or you want to start selling information products on the internet. It just does not work that way. You need to get a website. First of all, you need to understand the workings of the website. You need to get a web developer to develop the website for you. You need to know how to operate the website. You need to know how to develop information products. You need to know how to present the information products. You need to know how to advertise the product on the internet. You need to know, there are so many things you just need to know. You need to understand search engine optimization principles. You need to know how to apply them effectively. You need to know how to monitor. All these things makes this business a business of a high barrier of entry. That is why you despite the fact that the business of blogging have been for a very long period of time, we still have very few bloggers in Nigeria today because the barrier of entry is very high. That's one example. Then we have some businesses that before you start up that business, you need to have a high capital. Some businesses require 5, 10, 15 million before you can start that business. You don't just come in and start the business. If you want to set up maybe a gas station, you require so many number of millions of naira to start the business. So one of the ways to go for profits is identify those businesses that have a high barrier of entry. If the business require high level of skills, you go learn those skills. When you get it right, you will either run a business of high profit margin or a business of monopoly. If you are the first person in that particular industry, you are going to enjoy monopoly. And monopoly simply means huge profits. So focus on trying to get businesses with high barrier of entry. Warren Buffett calls it moat. A moat around the castle makes it difficult for people to barge into the castle. So look for businesses with high barrier of entry, or you can even establish the barriers healthily, not in an evil way, so that you can enjoy built a high margin profit for a very long period of time. I hope you understand my business message this evening. Thank you and God bless.